Hi guys, it's Phoebe from Miss Phoebe and welcome back to my channel. Now, I want to talk about Elizabeth Sladen. I did talk about Helen McCoy in the other video, so I'm going to upload 2 videos today because you are very lucky. Because Elizabeth Sladen actually died on this day 10 years ago. So I thought it'd make sense to talk about Sarah Jane and also Helen McCoy as well. So you've got 2 videos today. Lucky you! I don't normally upload 2 videos. Anyway, if you've never seen my face on the screen before, please hit that big subscribe button down below and click the notification bell to get notifications every single time I upload. You guys get 2 videos today. Lucky you. I don't normally film 2 videos, but because 2 actresses have died, like because Helen McCoy died like last week and stuff, so you know it kind of makes sense to do 2 memorable videos. Now, I grew up watching the Sarah Jane Adventures. Like that was the first kind of sci-fi thing I'd watched as a kid. Like, I didn't even know Doctor Who had existed. Like, I knew it was around, but I never actually had watched Doctor Who properly. But I grew up watching the Sarah Jane Adventures, like, up to Series 5 and stuff. But then when they stopped doing it, and then stopped airing it for a while, I kind of had a suspicion of, like, maybe one of the actresses has died and stuff. But then when I found out it was Elizabeth Sladen, that was probably the most upsetting thing ever, because we know Elizabeth Sladen has been amazing in her roles as Sarah Jane Smith for Doctor Who and also the Sarah Jane Adventures. She has definitely been a very kind of a famous person. So let me talk about her because I really want to give her like a proper memorial and remember her in the name. So, we know her from Doctor Who. She was companions with the 3rd and 4th Doctors, also the 10th and 11th. So Matt Smith and David Tennant, you've had the pleasure of working with her. Freema as well, and everyone on Doctor Who from in series 2 and 4, you've had the pleasure of working with Elizabeth Sladen. And quite frankly, she deserves you. And Tom Baker, you had the amazing experience of working with her as well. You must feel very lucky to work with such a wonderful, intriguing woman who meant so much. So if you don't know how she died, she got diagnosed with cancer in like late February and died in April. So she died 2 months after she was diagnosed, which was a blessing really, because if the cancer was in a late stage, there's nothing they could really do about it. That's just from her daughter, but yeah. So she was an amazing character. I mean, if you guys ever want to share any memories with her, I'll try and make up a slideshow of clips and stuff from Doctor Who and stuff and upload them on YouTube, but that's not what this is about. So Sarah Jane was a beloved character. We know BBC Doctor Who months ago put up a Goodbye Sarah Jane tribute, and that was lovely. Seeing people at Sarah Jane's funeral. Not really, but you know, when they did. So yeah, it was amazing. The only person that didn't attend was the Doctor. There is a reason for that, which I'm about to explain. The reason why the Doctor wouldn't go to like a fellow companion's funeral is the Doctor doesn't like change. He doesn't like things to change. He hates things to change. So he would never go to a companion's funeral because it means that they've died and now there's a change in the family. I mean, the Doctor hates that. That's one of the reasons why he wouldn't have gone to Sarah Jane's funeral. Because he doesn't like the endings of stories. He doesn't like endings. And the end of someone's life for the Doctor is pretty sad and depressing for him. So you get where he's going at when Joe Grant said, I know you're all waiting for the Doctor, but the Doctor hates endings. He actually hates it. So if one of his companions were coming to the end of his life, you can guarantee the Doctor would probably come and see you towards the end, but not attend your funeral. The Doctor would probably sit with you. Whilst you're dying and actually stay with you. But after that, he wouldn't go to the funeral because he knows the funeral is the end of your life. Like, the planning of the funeral isn't the end. Like, planning the funeral isn't the end of your life, but going to the funeral would be, because the funeral's all planned, somber music, all that kind of stuff. So that's why the Doctor wouldn't attend funerals, because he knows it's the end of his companion's life. he would find it too upsetting, and the Doctor just likes to carry on, saving the universe, meeting new people, new companions, kind of like that. So the Doctor moves on fairly quickly, in other words. Basically, that's why you'd never see him going to a funeral, unless it was a royal funeral. Anyway, going back on to the point I was saying. So yeah, the people at Sarah Jane's funeral were Joe Grant, Rani, Clyde, Maria, Maria's dad, Maria's mum, Rani's mum, Luke, Luke's husband, Sky, Luke's sister, obviously, in a human form. So yeah, they would have all been there to say goodbye to their beloved Sarah Jane. Rani, on the other hand, Rani has had to shut down Mr. Smith permanently. Now, I feel like if the Doctor knew about Sarah Jane's death, he would be the one to use Mr. Smith for his own good. You know, he would use Sarah Jane's attic for his own good. Like, he wouldn't let anyone know he was there. Like, with him and his companions, he wouldn't let anyone know he was there. He would keep Sarah Jane's doors shut and stuff like that. So, yeah, I feel like if the Doctor knew about Sarah Jane's death, he would use Mr. Smith for his own good. He wouldn't shut down Mr. Smith in any way. He would keep him running, and then as and when the Doctor wanted to go to Bannerman Road to see Sarah Jane's house, Mr. Smith would be there to give the Doctor the support he needed. It's just good to think about. Like, that is good to think about. Just saying, guys, that's a really good thing to think about Mr. Smith and that. So I feel like, okay, so yeah. So if you like this video, please click the big red subscribe button down below and click the notification bell to get notifications every single time I upload. I wanted this one to be short because I've just filmed a 9-minute video for Helen McCoy, and then I kind of moved on to Elizabeth Sladen. So yeah, please make sure you click down below if you're new to my channel, because I'd like to have as many new people on here as before. And if you've been recommended by a friend, if my channel's been recommended by a friend, then please. I make these videos for people to listen to when they're doing their coursework or homework. So if you're doing your coursework or homework, my channel's for you, because I talk about loads of random stuff that probably people don't actually care about. But yeah, so just make sure you click down below. Alonzi.